12 days until the general election, and voters looking for affirmation on their choices are still trying to decide who they want to vote for. Thank you for joining us for KQ2 News at 10. I'm Mary Grace Rice. The Pony Express Museum was the host site for a Democratic rally this evening. KQ2's Darren Doyle spoke with some Democratic candidates who made the trip to speak to voters.
Democratic Missouri political candidates and voters gathered upon the Pony Express National Museum in St. Joseph to have one more discussion before the general election in less than 2 weeks. Some candidates vying for votes in Missouri don't get much of a chance to talk to voters in other parts of the state. That's why parties host rallies like this, giving them a chance for some of those candidates to speak publicly on the issues.
It's absolutely integral, and so actually the unit I was in for a while was actually here in St. Joe, so pretty familiar with it. Been to this museum before, but yeah, getting everywhere out the state. It's not just St. Louis and Kansas City or Springfield or Cape or Columbia. There are other places just like St. Joe throughout Missouri.
Being personable is a must for some voters. Many voters from all walks of life packed in to discuss how the tides have turned since the Democratic presidential candidate changed from President Biden to Vice President Harris.
These candidates make a point to come and talk to us because they know we are invested in their future, in our futures, and into the state. So we appreciate the fact that they're even coming our way and coming here to talk to us.
Voters enjoyed these chances to speak to nominees, and the same can be said for the candidates. Some originally from the other side of the state, making their way to St. Joseph to speak to voters in the Midwest.
We've got to make sure that people's voices are heard in our government. I'm a very big proponent of making sure that Missourians know who our Attorney General is or what our Attorney General does. And so, yeah, actually all day I was in Marceline right before this getting a Dusty Miller at Mob Vicks with a group of folks. So no, for me it's very important to have community interaction and make sure that our government actually belongs to us.
The night included messages from Democratic candidates from Buchanan County, local districts, the lieutenant candidate for governor, and even the Democratic candidate for governor, Crystal Quaid. Some voters who are already decided enjoyed being reassured in their choice.
It validates me of why I'm voting all blue.
Same for me, and I've already voted, but this just reassures me I am on the right track and I've picked the right people for the jobs.
Giving voters one last face-to-face chance to discuss the issues with their candidates. Reporting in St. Joseph, Darren Doyle, KQ2 News.
Of course, we'll continue to highlight candidates leading up to the election. You can visit KQ2.com for stories on other candidates.